Citi News.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Citi Prime News. The news is live from our studio at Adabraka in Accra. I am Zoe Abu-Baidoo Addo. Coming up, President Mahama rallies support for his government's reset agenda as he holds a national economic dialogue.
This gathering is more than just a symbolic exercise or the fulfillment of a campaign promise. It is a decisive step in our collective responsibility to reset Ghana's economy, restore confidence, and build the prosperous future we all envision.
Still to come, Trader Hospital still non-operational as government announces 100 million cedis debt.
I am informed that the outstanding debt, if you like, commitment, as we speak, is over 100 million Ghana cedis.
Also coming up, Roads Minister orders immediate closure of collapsing bridge at Atrima Mponia as repair works begin.
Now that the regional minister and the regional security council have declared that this bridge is no longer available for traffic, he's described the detour, the places we will pass.
And later, staff groups of VRA and NEDCO oppose the appointment of Jonathan Abda Salifu as NEDCO's corporate communications manager. This bulletin is also live across our partner stations. In the Western region, we're on Premier 100.5 FM, Beach 105.5 FM, and Sky 93.5 FM, all in Takrady. In the Bono region, we're on J Life 95.5 FM in Sunyani. Ashanti region, Orange FM 107.9 in Kumasi. In the Volta region, we're on Global 105.1 FM in Ho and Adanu 107.7 FM in Adakluaya. In the northern region, we're on Diamond 93.7 FM in Tamale. Upper West, Westlink 88.1 FM in Laura. Upper East, Source 100.1 FM in Boko, and in the northeast region, we are on Scarp 101.3 FM in Nangpanduri. Across the globe, you're live on citinewsroom.com.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Thank you for your time this afternoon. We'll begin with the National Economic Dialogue, where President John Dramani Mahama is rallying support of Ghanaians to back the reset agenda. He insists that a collective effort is crucial to guide the national economy going forward. He maintains that the reset agenda is not merely a government policy, but a national call to action towards rebuilding the economy. He was speaking at the ongoing National Economic Dialogue, where he has been lamenting the country's economic quagmire.
This gathering is more than just a symbolic exercise or the fulfillment of a campaign promise. It is a decisive step in our collective responsibility to reset Ghana's economy, restore confidence, and build the prosperous future we all envision. Today we are here to begin the process of engaging in honest, solution-driven discussions about the challenges we face and the opportunities before us. Our nation stands at a pivotal moment, and the choices we make now will determine the trajectory of our economy for generations to come. As President, I have the honor of leading the conversation on the theme, Resetting Ghana, Building the Economy we Want Together.
That was President John Dramani Mahama. At the same event, the Finance Minister, Dr. Kaisel Atu-Forsing, reaffirmed the government's commitment to bold reforms aimed at restoring economic stability. He announced plans to significantly cut the budget of the Office of the President as part of broader efforts to tighten public spending and drive fiscal consolidation.
As we embark on this development of our medium-term plans, commencing with the forthcoming budget on March 11th, the insight, expertise, and experiences will be gathered from these deliberations will prove very invaluable assets that will shape our collective path for our future. In this time of crisis, it is very imperative that we acknowledge the significant toll that has been borne by every Ghanaian, particularly the poor, from severe currency depreciation to hyperinflation, from haircuts to steep tax increases, from rising inflation, from rising fuel costs to rising electricity prices, and very increasing interest rates. Fellow countrymen and women, the economic crisis isn't over. Indeed, the full length of our current crisis is still unraveling by the day. The situation requires significant sacrifice from all of us.
Dr. Addo Forson also ruled out tariff increases as a solution to the operational inefficiencies of the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG. Instead, he stressed the need for structural reforms, improved revenue mobilization, and tighter management controls to enhance ECG's performance without passing costs onto consumers.
The objectives of the energy sector recovery program are completely off track. Fixing the sectors require radical measures. High generational costs due to lack of competition and limited renewable capacity in the energy mix is a problem. High distribution and collection losses at ECG. High distribution and collection losses at ECG is also a problem. Currently, only 62% of total energy purchased by ECG is collected. And even out of this 62%, 65% of that amount is used to pay for supplies through a cash water form mechanism. Unfortunately, 35% of the ECG's revenue is used to take care of ECG themselves, at things that they don't actually require. Non-cost reflective tariffs, about 50% of cost of service provision is a matter for us to discuss. However, I still maintain that tariffs should not be used to reward ECG's inefficiencies.
Finance Minister Dr. Addo Forson, away from the National Economic Dialogue Forum in Accra, and Health Minister Kwabena Mintah Addo has revealed that the Atrima Kwangoma Municipal Hospital in Trede, part of the Agenda 111 initiative, has an outstanding debt exceeding 100 million Ghana cedis. Commissioned on December 5, 2024 by the previous administration, the facility remains incomplete and non-operational. During a visit, Kwabena Mintah Addo stated that none of the 3 hospitals commissioned under the Agenda 111 projects have been put to use.
Agenda 111 health facility at Trede, one of the Agenda 111 projects that was commissioned by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the 5th of December 2024. So the expectation of every Ghanaian is that we have patients here responding to treatment, quality healthcare delivery is going on here. Unfortunately, the place is still a construction site. You remember when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama appeared on the floor of the House during the State of the Nation address, he indicated forcefully that none of the Agenda 111 projects has been operationalized. This is one of the facilities that was commissioned. And so he has instructed me to inspect all the Agenda 111 projects and give me a blueprint as to how we can put them to good use. So I am informed that the outstanding debt, if you like, commitment, as we speak, is over 100 million Ghana cedis.
That was the Health Minister Kwabena Mintah Addo. Now, the Roads and Highways Minister Gavin Kwame Agboja has ordered the immediate closure of a major bridge in the Atrimamponia district of the Ashanti region due to its deteriorating condition. The bridge, which connects several farming communities, has become unsafe with weakened metal beams, deep surface cracks and breaking pillars. Frequent use by heavy-duty trucks has worsened its state. Following social media outcry, President John Dramani Mahama directed the minister to take swift action. Engineers have since been deployed and contractors have been assigned to begin repair works. Motorists have been advised to use alternative routes.
What we have seen here now, I agree with you. We need to completely shut down the bridge to allow the engineers to work with the contractors to quickly remedy the situation. We've gone under the bridge. We've seen some of the terrible situations here. We are also aware that because of the mining issues around the area, sometimes heavy trucks are brought across the bridge, and sometimes instead of driving them on a low bed, they actually offload the equipment and drive them. So of course, if you are driving an excavator with the chain on it, the vibration and other things will make it worse. So when we finish, we will expect that nobody should do that. So now that the regional minister and the regional security council have declared that this bridge is no longer available for traffic, he's described the detour, the places we will pass, and we will help. We hope that the police would make sure that nobody come. Today, we are handing over the site to a contractor to start work. Today, we are not going to go to Accra to think about it.
That was the Roads and Highways Minister Gavin Kwame Agboja. You're still listening to Citi Prime News. My name is Zoe Abu-Baidoo Addo. Still to come, staff groups of VRA and NEDCO oppose the appointment of Jonathan Abdallah Salifu as NEDCO's corporate communications manager.
But he said on radio that he has been appointed by the government. But for NEDCO, that is now how managerial appointments are done.
Please stay tuned. We'll bring you the details of this and others shortly.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
This year, something magical is happening. A celebration of tradition, flavor, and community. Welcome to the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2025.
Taste the heart of your heritage with mouth-watering dishes from across the country like Ademe with Akple, Tozafi with Ayoyo soup, Kokonte, Apapransa, Rare Quine, and many more. From rich spices to sweet treats, it's a journey for your senses. We're taking you back to your village.
Oh yes, let's recreate our age-old recipes.
But it's not just about food, you know. We're celebrating culture, connecting with family, and making memories that last a lifetime.
This March, let's come together and discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 29th and 30th of March 2025. The venue, Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and the time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day.
The Back to Your Village Food Festival 2025, where food, fun, and tradition meet. See you there.
Interested vendors should call 0558-973-973 or 0205-973-973 to register. The Back to Your Village Food Festival 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by Gino.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
You all come back. Now, anti-corruption campaigner Vitus Azim has urged the government to provide robust security for the special prosecutor and key staff following alleged threats against them. Speaking at the Constitution Day public lecture, the special prosecutor highlighted the risks his team faces, including orchestrated attacks, smear campaigns, and threats to life. In an interview with Citi News, Vitus Azim says there is a need for enhanced state protection to ensure the OSP can carry out its mandate without intimidation.
The nature of the work that the Office of Special Prosecutor does is definitely dangerous. So it is possible that there could be threats to his officers. So if they could provide them with some minimum security. For example, MPs are giving a policeman each. I don't know why MPs should even be giving police guard. But the Office of Special Prosecutor's work is definitely a risky business. They could be given security. The public should be proactive in giving information of any possible threats, potential threats to the office or to an individual in the office.
That was anti-corruption campaigner Vitus Azim. We do apologize for the poor quality of that audio. Now, the staff groups of the Volta River Authority, the VRA, and the Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NEDCO, are opposing the alleged appointment of Jonathan Abdallah Salifu as NEDCO's corporate communications manager. Mr. Abdallah Salifu currently serves as the Upper East Regional Communications Officer of the National Democratic Congress. The VRA Senior Staff Association and the VRA Divisional Union of the Public Services Workers Union argue that the appointment is irregular and violates NEDCO's recruitment policies. Senior Staff Association Chairman William Kwame Asare warned that no managerial position has ever been directly filled by the government or presidency, calling the move a threat to professionalism and a dangerous precedent.
That cannot even be the case because that is not how managerial appointments are done. But it appears that the gentleman says, but he said on radio that he has been appointed by the government. But for NEPTO, that is not how managerial appointments are done. So our conditions of service that we have signed on to clearly outline how recruitments are done and how appointments are done. In the first place, there is no vacancy. The position that the gentleman claims he has been appointed to is currently occupied by someone who has worked through the ranks up to the level of manager corporate communication. Yes, we are demanding that if the purported appointment is true, we are urging the sector minister to immediately ensure that this purported appointment is withdrawn to preserve the current industrial harmony in NEPTO. There is a procedure that one goes through before you are appointed, and it's not appointed by government.
Chairman of the Senior Staff Association of NEDCO, William Kwame Asari. The malfunctioning traffic lights in front of Odogono Senior High School remains unfixed despite concerns over student safety. Last week, police officers were stationed at the school to assist students in crossing the road after an accident claimed the life of a staff member. Speaking to Citi News, an anonymous staff member expressed hope that authorities will repair the traffic lights before students return from vacation this Wednesday. Now, the National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS, is preparing to take legal action against the West African Examination Council over the mass cancellation of WASSCE results. While WAEC recently released over 10,000 withheld results, several candidates have reported cancellations upon release. NUGS President Daniel Kole-Botry told Citi News that the union is compiling a list of affected students with over 70 schools impacted so far and will support them in the lawsuit against WAEC.
A lot of reports we have received indicate that a lot of the results have been cancelled by WAEC, and many of these candidates and students believe that they did nothing wrong and their results were not supposed to be cancelled. And so we have started collating the numbers and collating the data, and our next line of action will be announced very soon. It is not likely to be a protest, but most likely there will be a legal action taken by these very students with the support of NUGS. But this issue has affected over 75 schools. And so if you come back and allege widespread cheating to the manner that warrants cancellation of entire results of schools, then you are alleging something that really went wrong in the halls, which does not tally with the report that was written by your own staff. And that is where we have a challenge and believe that a court of competent jurisdiction may have to weigh in and make a determination.
Daniel Kole-Botry is the president of the National Union of Ghana Students, NUGS. It's now time to bring you an update on a flagship initiative of Citi FM and Channel 1 TV. It's called the Heritage Caravan, and this is an annual event held in March as part of the Heritage Month celebrations. It usually spans 8 days, and the caravan takes participants, affectionately called caravanites, through 14 of Ghana's diverse regions and offering an immersive experience of the nation's cultural, historical and natural treasures. My colleague Umaru Sanda Amadou joins me over the phone lines now to give us an update. Sanda, good afternoon. Why is the caravan now?
Yeah, Zoe, good afternoon. The caravan is still on the journey. You recall that this journey we are embarking on today is perhaps one of the longest, I think. We are moving from southern Ghana to the northern part of the country. We are using the Eastern Corridor, which is a popular route because we know about it, but it's also not a route that people necessarily use because of the nature of the road. And that road has actually been showing us pepper to use the local balance. We are currently having our buses bouncing from left to right, and the caravanites on board bouncing along because of the bad state of the road. Luckily for us, because all our windows are rolled up and we are in an air-conditioned bus, the dust that I'm seeing from outside cannot come through and attack or affect us in any way. But I see, for instance, we just got into a track that looks abandoned and broken down. But that's very typical of roads like this. We are currently at an area called Nkwanta, which is where you can branch off towards Dambai, but we are not going through Dambai, the Oti regional capital. We are going straight to Pasa. We'll cross the Oti-Damanko Bridge, and then enter Bimbia, then continue to Yendi. That is really the plan. We'll get to Yendi, go to the Yanat Palace, that's the king of the Gonja land, and have an interaction with him before proceeding to Bolga. And talking about Bolga, Zoe, right now, what's happening is that the Caravanners are having all manner of games that are being played, on-board games that are being played. Let me speak to one of the Caravanners on board. Noah, your name sounds like you're from Upper East.
Yes, and I'm from Upper East. I'm from Bungu, the Bungu district. Noah, sorry, I didn't cover.
Your region. I hope you are not part of the people who live down south and never go to your region. Have you been?
Absolutely not. So I am a frequent visitor to the house, to my hometown, and so I'm excited that we are receiving the Caravanites this year again in the Upper East region, and so we'll be going to places that will excite a lot of people on the bus.
Are you likely to go through Bongo, or that's off our route?
No, that's off our route. So we are from Bolga. We'll go to Paga, where we'll have the crocodiles. We have the crocodiles, and then we'll likely visit the border, which borders Burkina Faso and Ghana.
How has day one been for you? And going ahead for today?
Too much. Last night was awesome. We had great food in Volta region. I mean, some foods I've never seen or tasted before. I had some sumptuous meals there. Of course, sponsored by Gino and Fumo as well.
So Upper East promises to give us a same thing because the standard has been raised high.
Absolutely. I mean, we are going to beat that. I mean, and of course, as a brand, we are saying that we will give Caravanites a culinary experience that they've never experienced before.
Hey, well, Zoe, so you heard Noah there. If I were a Dagati man or a Dagao, I would have teased him by saying that we have dog meat on the menu. And I could have also asked the people in Volta yesterday if we have cat meat on the menu, but we don't have any of those. I just wanted to just tease around there. Sorry.
All right, thank you so much, Sanda. Because of time, we have to leave it here. We'll definitely connect in our subsequent bulletins with you. That was Umaru Sanda Amadou speaking to us about the Heritage Caravan there, which set off yesterday from the Greater Accra region. The Heritage Caravan 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 Citi FM and proudly sponsored by the National Lotteries Authority, Hollard Insurance, Omnibasic, Apollonia City, Standard Water, Piva Beverages, GB Foods and Goyle PLC with the Ghana Tourism Authority as partners. That'll be all for Citi Prime News, which came to you live from our studio at number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. I am Zoe Abu-Baidoo Addo. Many thanks for listening.
Citi News.